Alright, babes. TikTok is literally on fire right now. I'm talking chaos, drama, confusion, all wrapped up in one DoorDash delivery from the depths of the internet. I looked away for 2 seconds and came back to see a war zone disguised as a comment section. Because somehow, one simple food drop off turned into a full blown social media courtroom. We've got accusations flying left and right, jobs being lost, cancellation petitions brewing, Reddit detectives mapping timelines, and YouTube commentary girls dusting off their microphones like, oh, we're so back. And the wildest part? No one, and I mean no one, can agree on who the actual victim is. One side's yelling, he violated her, while the other side is like, no, she violated him. It's giving chaos Olympics, babes. Like, everyone is doing mental gymnastics for clout and no one's winning gold. You've got influencers speaking sides, TikTokers duetting for justice, and viewers eating popcorn at 2 a.m., wondering why DoorDash is suddenly the center of a moral crisis. So get comfy, grab your coffee, and maybe a snack because this story, or it's pure digital drama with a sprinkle of disaster energy, the perfect storm of chaos and comedy. And trust me, by the end of it all, you'll need a deep breath and maybe a group therapy session in the comments.
This girl totally broke the law. My God, within 20 freaking million ways that this girl broke the law. So you mean to tell me you get an order for a DoorDash, you take the DoorDash says leave on the front porch. You notice that the door is a little ajar. Guys, that's not the door was not wide open. It was a little ajar. And thank you to Reddit for actually keeping the proof, except for the stuff that we didn't need to see. And thank you for protecting him while doing this. Bless this poor guy's heart. Anyway, so you push open the door a little bit. You notice the guy that's exposed, passed out and whatnot. You leave, go sit in the car, get on the internet and say, oh, why don't we talk to our, internet detectives? And they say, oh, go back and take a video. So then you go back to the front porch, you take a video, you open the door more while you get enough just to get that video of the man that's exposed on his front porch. And you thought it was a good idea to take the second crime, to commit the second crime and post it on the internet, and you're crying because you were fired. I mean, you deserve to be in handcuffs. Because, ladies and gentlemen, ask yourself this. If you're actually going to defend this chick, ask yourself this. If the roles were reversed and a man had done that to a woman on a couch, where would he be? Exactly. In handcuffs.
Okay, picture this, besties. Our main character, a TikToker named at Iron Monster High Doll, is out here grinding for that rent money. She's probably blasting some chaotic playlist in her car, dodging potholes like there are unpaid bills, sipping cold coffee that's now 80% ice, and trying to survive one more DoorDash shift. You know the vibe, she's trying to exist. It's a regular day of deliveries, nothing dramatic, until it suddenly turns into a horror comedy movie. She pulls up to one house, sets the bag down, whips out her phone for that routine proof photo the app always wants, and then, boom, traumatic plot twist unlocked. The door's not just cracked open, it's wide open, like a horror movie scene where, something weird's about to happen. And then, there he is, a man on the couch, hoodie up, face covered, giving nothing away except for one very unforgettable thing. His pants are down. Not halfway, fully down. The whole situation looks like it needs adult supervision and probably divine intervention, like SAR. This is DoorDash, not OnlyFans. A site nobody asked for, nobody consented to, and definitely nobody ordered with their fries. Now, instead of pretending she did not see it and sprinting back to her car like most of us would, she films it. Yep, she records the scene, then flips the camera on herself, saying this was so messed up. And besties, she looked genuinely horrified, like, I need therapy and holy water. Horrified. Imagine doing your job and accidentally staring in the weirdest episode of Black Mirror ever. She captions it, a man named Austin orders DoorDash, selects leave at door, sees his dasher has a female name, and then falls asleep on the couch with his pants and underwear at his ankles and his door wide open in 59-degree weather. This is what I see when I drop off his order.
Finally have the original video from the DoorDash girl who said that she was SA'd by a guy sleeping butt naked on his couch with his front door wide open.
That's fucked up.
Two things. One is if the door was wide open, we see from the video that the staircase is on the right side of the door, meaning that when she walks up the staircase, she can't help but see the guy on this couch, even though the couch isn't in front of his door. I still don't think that she was SA'd. Maybe indecent exposure. I mean, there's some public and privacy business in between there, but I'm not here to argue the legality behind that. I'm here to say that what DoorDash did by firing her is still on her. Intent is everything. This guy is asleep on the couch and she recognized he is asleep. An unconscious person can't have intent for anything. And once again, I want to say that she felt safe enough to see what was happening, pull out her phone, record, and walk away without anything else happening. She was wrong because she recorded somebody in the privacy of his own home, butt naked, and then posted it on social media with his address and everything, pretty much doxing him. Now, the second scenario, and for some reason, this is what everybody is saying, was that the door actually wasn't wide open. It was just cracked because he didn't latch it in properly. If that is the case, you are still wrong for recording and posting him online, but you also are a peeping Tom. Now you are the one who needs to have charges against you. And I hope that is not the case. I hope that is not true, but people are saying in your original video, that is what happened. So I don't know, but we might have answers sooner than later because a friend of a friend said that the guy has video evidence of her opening his door. I don't know what to believe right now. All we have is the video evidence that she posted, and there's like 8,000 different stories. I hope that she actually comes out and just tells the truth at this point to either clear her name or clear his name.
And boom, the internet detonates. Instantly, half the comments screamed, "Men are trash," while others yelled, "Girl, why are you filming this?" The middle ground doesn't exist on TikTok, obviously. She called it SA, sexual assault. And while legally that might not fit, emotionally you could tell she felt violated. But the debate was on. Was this man exposing himself intentionally, or was it a tragic nap gone viral? Hold on, besties, because the next plot twist hits like a ton of delivery bags to the face. So after reporting what she thought was the worst day of her life, she wakes up a few days later to realize DoorDash basically ghosted her, digitally and professionally. Her account deactivated, fired, gone. Like a toxic ex who deletes your number and blocks you on every platform. No warning, no reasoning, just poof, goodbye, paycheck. She rushes to TikTok shaking, crying, doing that deep dramatic inhale we all know too well, and goes, "Y'all, I just lost my job for reporting being violated." The emotion was raw. Her mascara was giving tragic poetry. It wasn't performative. It was pure panic. She said customer support gave her zero answers, just hit her with the classic, "You can appeal it." Appeal what though? The audacity? The trauma? The whole system?
Hey guys, so DoorDash just deactivated me 2 days after I reported my sexual assault. Hey guys, I just lost my job, and they won't tell me why. They're supposed to send an email immediately after deactivation providing you the reason why and a link to appeal, and they didn't. So I contacted support, and they made me sit on the phone with them for 50 minutes just to tell me that they can't tell me the reason why, and I have to just go ahead and appeal without knowing why. So my chances of getting my account back, they have my money in that account. I was working. I was literally working, and they deactivated me. This is related. They just punished me for posting about my sexual assault while DoorDashing. They just fired me, and the police are doing nothing. I lost my job, and that was my only way to make money.
She also claimed she still had money sitting in her account, but DoorDash wasn't letting her withdraw it. And at that point, she said the quiet part loud. "They're punishing me for being a victim." The way she said it, you could feel it through the screen, besties. It was like watching someone realize their villain origin story in real time. The comment section lost its collective mind. Sue DoorDash. Justice for the Dasher. Corporate agreed strikes.
How long it would have took for that DoorDasher to be arrested if it was a man? Yeah, because y'all act like y'all didn't get what I'm saying. So I'm going to ask y'all this way. How long it would have took for that DoorDasher to get arrested if it was a man? Now, let's play the whole rollout, okay? All she had to do was drop that food off, take a picture, and take her happy behind back in that car. But she said that the door was open and this man is asleep in his house. Now, I don't understand where the sofa was. I guess it was right in front of the door. So let's give her all that. But if this man is asleep, and I don't care if he's butt naked from the head to the toes, when she pulled her phone out to record and then try to distribute those videos, what I mean is she tried to send it to DoorDash and then she tried to upload it on social media. If that was a man that pulled up at that house and pulled his phone out and record that lady without her permission, and then try to send it to DoorDash, and then try to put it on social media. Do y'all know y'all been around here talking about boycott this and boycott that? But because she on here act like she's a victim, number one, what is the definition of SA? Because that's not SA. What she's talking about is not SA. This is a woman that recorded a man without his permission and then tried to put it out on social media and was sending the pictures out. I'm going to ask her again, if that was a man, how long it would have took for his behind to get arrested, along with all the boycott y'all would have been yelling about.
The hashtags were multiplying like roaches in a New York apartment. People were fully behind her, treating her like the working class heroine of TikTok. She was out here leading a digital uprising against big delivery, crying on live with one hand and scrolling through support replies with the other. The energy was chaotic, dramatic, and oddly cinematic. But little did she or we know the plot was about to twist again. Because if this was her underdog moment, what came next was her villain arc reveal. And besties, TikTok had other plans. Because of course, it's TikTok. They love chaos, but only on their terms. Her first video, gone. Guideline violations. Her censored re-upload, gone again. She got 2 strikes, 1 more, and she'd be permanently banned. Then she posted again, calmer this time, just explaining the story, and guess what? Deleted.
You guys, my account is currently at risk of being banned because I had to explain my story one time, right? They took the video down and gave my account a strike. So I explained my story again and censored the video that I have just so they can't take it down for the same reason. They took it down for the same reason again, and now my account has a second strike. Guess what? If I get one more strike, I'm banned from TikTok. So not only did I get assaulted 3 days ago on October 12th on Sunday, I then lost my job. The police are doing nothing. And if I get one more account strike on TikTok, my account's done. This is a man's world. I'm the victim. Remember? I'm the victim. And they took down my video. They were going to have to pay me for my second story time because that was over a minute long. They were going to have to pay me for all those views I got. So nope, they took that right down. They took that right down. Absolutely not. They're not.
She accused TikTok of protecting predators, of punishing women who speak up. She was mad, crying, yelling, calling out DoorDash, TikTok, and the police, all in one video. And while her frustration made sense, people started side-eyeing the timeline. Like, wait, how open was the door again? And did she actually walk in? And just like that, besties, we went from true crime victim to Reddit detective mode. After days of getting roasted online, DoorDash finally decided to break their silence, and besties, the way they worded their statement had people clutching their iced coffee. They dropped this super PR polished note like, we take reports of harassment seriously, but posting a video of a customer in their home and exposing personal details publicly is a clear violation of our policies. That is why both accounts, the Dashers and the customers, were deactivated. And the internet collectively went, oh, not them dropping the corporate clapback. It was giving a professional but petty. Like DoorDash said, we're sorry you went viral, but also read the terms and conditions next time. Translation for the rest of us, we did not fire her for being a victim. We fired her because she broke the rules. And honestly, when you think about it, yeah, that tracks. Because she did not just say something happened, she gave us a whole mini documentary with full visuals. She showed his home, his couch, his body, and even name dropped him like she was doing true crime journalism. Girl, that's not awareness. That is Exhibit A in the lawsuit we all see coming. And the best part, DoorDash even added ever so politely that she still had access to her money. Like, don't say we did not pay you, sis. By that time, the damage was done. The vibe had shifted. The internet, once her biggest fan club, suddenly did a complete 180. People started saying, wait a second, DoorDash might actually have a point, because imagine waking up from a peaceful nap, pantless, minding your business and realizing your living room tour just premiered to millions. That's no trauma anymore, besties. That is a public execution via TikTok, complete with popcorn, comment section debates, and stitches that edged like milk. The irony, the same internet that hyped her up was now saying, girl, maybe you shouldn't have hit upload. Let's get legally spicy for a second, besties, because this part of the saga turned TikTok into an unofficial episode of Law and Order, Delivery Unit. So she's calling it SA, but legally, nah. What we're actually looking at is something called public loudness or indecent exposure, basically, when someone intentionally gives the public an anatomy sneak peek nobody asked for. So technically, if his door was open and visible to the street, that's a problem. That's like standing in your window yelling surprise with your pants down. It's not a vibe, it is a charge. But here's where it gets deliciously messy. Intent. Because if this man was asleep, unaware, or just tragically lost, lazy about door closing etiquette, it's not a crime. It's just embarrassing. Like, sir, we get it. You're uncomfortable. You're comfortable at home, but this isn't a spa, it's a barbia. Meanwhile, filming and posting him without consent, that is a legal no-no. Like, not even a gray area, straight up, ma'am, we need to talk to your lawyer territory. So technically, both might have broken laws, just in completely different fonts. And then the TikTok lawyers entered the chat. I swear the app turned into a virtual courthouse overnight. You've got creators in pajamas quoting statutes, reaction duets with legal hot takes, and self-proclaimed paralegals doing PowerPoint slides in their car. One online attorney even said, "This is why you don't post before you think." And besties, he's right, because she did not just risk her job, she might have accidentally speedrun her way into a lawsuit. Like, girl, the damages, if he sues for defamation, astronomical. The kind that makes you start a GoFundMe and sell crystals for emotional balance. The irony is wild. One person accidentally flashes the neighborhood and the other accidentally flashes her whole legal liability to the world. It's giving court dates with a side of chaos. But wait, guys, this is where the tea gets scalding. The plot thickens like day-old gravy. And the receipts, oh, they're messier than a group chat at 2 a.m. Some viewers swear they saw her original upload before she deleted it. And apparently, get this, she said the door was only slightly open and she pushed it further. Yep, she gave herself a front row ticket to chaos. Then, when people started calling her out, she allegedly deleted that clip and uploaded a new one with smoother edits and different framing. Like, she basically hit director's card on her own scandal. There is no hard proof because she deleted it faster than your ex deletes those, "Hey, just checking in DMs." But guys, the TikTok detectives, they have photographic memory and way too much free time. Now, if that rumor is true, it's giving trespassing energy mixed with invasion of privacy realness, because the innocent victim narrative suddenly isn't hitting the same. Like, if the man left the door cracked, that's sloppy, but if she opened it more to get her cinematic shot, girl, that's not investigative journalism, that is a felony with a filter. And oh, it gets juicier because she did not post once. She posted twice. 2 full uploads, 2 chances to stop and say, wait, maybe the internet doesn't need this. But no, she doubled down like it was part of 2 of her miniseries. She edited, re-uploaded, added captions, and sat back while her views exploded from 200K to millions. Like, ma'am, this isn't PSA, it is a premiere. The people started side-eyeing hard. Was this really about justice or just chasing viral fame? Because at that point, it was giving influencer ambition meets courtroom chaos, starring her as both the main character and the plot twist. The whole thing started to smell less like bravery and more like clout chasing with a legal risk side dish.
Hey guys, it's been a minute. A whole 24 hours, I know. But I have an update as of October 16th, 2025. But first and foremost, I just want to thank everybody for the overwhelming support and allyship that you've shown me. It's really making me feel so validated and seen and heard. And that's really helping me through this tough time. So I just want to let you guys know I really appreciate the outpouring of support. So the update is, last night I was made aware, a bunch of people started commenting on my pages, that DoorDash made a public statement about me on their TikTok story and on their most recent Instagram post in the comment section. And I'm not going to speak too much further on details, but what I am going to say is I and the entire rest of the world found out why I lost my job at the exact same time. I didn't find out before you guys. I'm just letting you know this right now. The people that saw their public statements and made me aware that they made those public statements knew why I lost my job before I did. Because I went and I checked my email once I was made aware that they made those public statements, and they sent me the deactivation email around the same time they released the public statements, like literally within the same hour. So they sent me my deactivation email explaining my reason for being deactivated a whole 24 hours after they deactivated me, and a whole 24 hours after I already submitted my appeal. And about 12 hours after they had already denied my appeal, they finally sent me the email explaining why they fired me. So I and the rest of the world, we all found out why I lost my job together.
Let's be real now. This is where the internet drama went from girl, are you okay, to girl, call a lawyer. Because even if she did feel violated, she still filmed an unconscious man in his own home and then shared it with the entire world. That is not bravery, that is invasion of privacy wrapped in a trending sound. Add defamation on top for calling him a predator, and maybe throw in a little criminal trespass seasoning if she actually opened that door wider. Like, ma'am, this isn't an episode of CSI, DoorDash Division, and yes, he could absolutely sue her. Like, imagine waking up, rubbing your eyes, and realizing millions of strangers have seen you pantless on TikTok. That is not a morning coffee moment. That is a full existential crisis. TikTok fame can't save you from lawyer fees, honey. You can pay court costs in followers. And besties, let's talk about the double standard because it is screaming if a male DoorDasher filmed an undressed woman on her couch and posted it, the internet would have cooked him by sunrise. The think pieces, the duets, the hashtags, it'd be over before his next order pinged. But because she's a woman, the internet rolled out the empathy carpet first. That is not equality, that is selective outrage with a soft filter. Like, we love to talk accountability until it's one of our own doing the messy stuff. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying she did not feel scared or disturbed. She probably did, and rightfully so. But besties, there is a fine line between processing trauma and producing content. And she crossed it doing a tap dance, turning something that's that serious into TikTok content for millions. That is where empathy turns into exploitation. Using SA like it's a trending hashtag. That is how real victims get drowned out in the algorithm. It is funny until it isn't. And this was definitely the moment it stopped being funny because girl, you did not need to post it. You needed a therapist, not a For You page debut. So where does this leave us, besties? Honestly, smack in the middle of a digital dumpster fire. Both parties fumbled spectacularly. Like, if common sense were a sport, they would be sitting on the bench. The man, reckless. Like, sir, pants are not optional. This isn't your living room audition for chaos. It's a DoorDash delivery, not an after-hours special. But our girl, she turned trauma into trending content like she was auditioning for the For You page Oscars. And DoorDash, oh, they did what they had to legally. Sure. But by the time they pulled the plug, the internet had already exploded. Her job gone. Her platform collapsing faster than a Jenga tower in a windstorm. And her next stop, possibly court. All for a few million views, a viral moment that burned bright for 1 week and fizzled out like a dying ring light. And it's kind of heartbreaking, right? You can tell she genuinely felt scared. Like, that moment definitely left a mark, but somewhere between fear and fame, she lost the plot. It's like she was chasing validation from an audience that thrives on downfall. Besties, the internet isn't your therapist. It's your
my
biggest
account is
hater,
currently
just
at risk
like
of
your
being
supportive
banned
friend.
because I
You
had
can't
to
post
explain my
everything and
story
expect
one time,
sympathy
right?
from the same
They
people
took the
who
video down
refresh
and gave my
comment
account a
sections
strike.
like it
So
is
I
a
explained
sport.
my story
They'll
again
hype you up
and
one day
censored the video
and
that I
dissect
have
your
just so
downfall
they
the
can't
next
take it
with
down for the
popcorn
same
in
reason.
hand.
They took
Both
it
were
down for the
wrong,
same
but
reason
her
again,
downfall
and now
hit
my
harder
account has a
because it
second
was
strike. Guess what?
self-inflicted.
If I get
He
one
can
more
claim he
strike,
passed
I'm
out or
banned from
forgot the door,
TikTok.
and maybe
So
people
not
will
only did
roll
I
their
get
eyes and
assaulted
move
3
on.
days ago on
But
October
she
12th
filmed
on
it,
Sunday,
captioned it,
I
edited
then
it, and
lost my
uploaded it with
job. The
Wi-Fi
police are doing
confidence.
nothing.
She gave
And if
the
I
internet
get
the
one
keys
more
to her
account
own
strike on
distraction and
TikTok,
said,
my account's
drive.
done.
At some point, the narrative
This
flipped
is a
and victim
man's
became
world.
villain, and
I'm
TikTok,
the
oh,
victim.
TikTok did not
Remember,
just eat it up,
I'm
it
the
threw a
victim.
whole viewing party.
And they took
It's the
down
kind
my
of
video.
irony that
They were
makes
gonna
you
have to
laugh,
pay
then
me for my
cringe, then
second story
immediately
time because that
delete
was
your
over a minute
drafts. At
long.
the end of the
They were
day,
gonna have to
this
pay
is the
me for all those
perfect
views I
example of
got.
TikTok
So
chaos
nope, they
culture.
took that right
A
down.
viral
They
storm
took that
built
right
on
down.
shock, sympathy, and short attention spans. What started as one woman's WTF moment became a worldwide debate on privacy and internet ethics, and it's still messy. So what do you think, guys? What's the real victim? Who is the real victim here? The DoorDasher who says she was violated, or the man who woke up counseled? Drop your hot takes below. Team, she's right, or team, this went too far. Be brutal, honest. I can take it. Anyways, loves, that is today's chaos. Stay hydrated, lock your doors, and think before you post. And for the love of Wi-Fi, stop filming unconscious strangers.